How do you do? So today we will have a quick look into Luna 2.0 that just got released, and there are a few interesting things in it, and I will highlight those regarding, at least from my eyes, that I felt that it are great additions, and then also why I did what I did. So I purchased Luna Pro for one reason only, but of course I had a lot of like the things in past already purchased, so the price was bit discounted, which is always happy case. Anyway, let's look into Luna 2.0 and what were the kind of the major add-ons in it. Then also explain the kind of the things around it. So what will come within the bundle, and so that you get an idea that what's in it. All right, let's get going. Okay, so let's dive into Luna 2.0. And as you have seen, the main updates regarding on features in Luna Pro and Luna 2.0 is the ARA support and hardware insert. However, ARA support is part of the free Luna bundle, but when you go into check out that what's the Pro includes, it's actually including the hardware inserts. So when you go through the website, you can find out that the ARA is part of the free bundle, but then the hardware insert is not. And they have, of course, all these nice features that they have added since 1.0. There is a lot of good features in Luna, and the ARA is definitely one that helps with the workflow point of view, and I'll explain soon why. I have actually a few videos about other different digital audio workstations that support ARA, but now basically Luna is supporting ARA, and here in the free bundle you can see that it's here. But then if you want to have hardware insert, you need to pay $129 now. You will of course get additional plugins, inserts into it as well. And I went and bought Pro, even though I had pretty much all the stuff that one can imagine regarding on the extensions to Luna already subscribed. I needed to buy the Luna Pro in order to get the hardware insert, and then of course in order to get I had a Melodyne Studio already, so I don't need this essential at all. So for me, this didn't give any mileage. I will look into the Dynasys and see how it would help me. And then of course there are this chord tool, which is also an addition when you buy a Luna Pro. On top of that, you got few plugins, like you got LA2A tube compressor, but again I already had all the LA2As, so didn't benefit from that too much. But then and also I think there is a 1176 FET compressor, but again I already had all of them as well, so that didn't give me too many mileages either. I got a new chorus. I might use it, might not. I got the waterfall Rotary speaker. That might be interesting actually. And then these amps. I'm happy to test them, how I can color the sound with those. And then I got a synth that I can use, and then I got an organ that I'm also looking forward to use. I've been thinking of buying that, but haven't basically then still, because I have few other virtual B3s organs, so haven't really kind of had a huge need to buy this one. I've been mainly using Arturia's one. It's actually pretty good one. But yeah, this was basically what I got from buying the Luna Pro on addition, and depending of course what you have, you might actually get more plugins. But for me, it's kind of the main reason I wanted to check it out is to use the hardware insert. I could have done a demo, but it didn't cost me much because I had so many others already in place. So yeah, that's what you get in this Luna Pro bundle. And it's advertised here that 129 if you don't have any of those, and it will discount if you have some. But yeah, let's open a project and let's see what actually the two main features mean. One interesting thing that I noticed, I've been just playing around with it like few hours, and this is a sample project that I have, a few tracks, just to kind of demonstrate, what's new, what's cooking in 2.0. They have actually brought some algorithms that actually recognize that is it a drum, is it a snare, and so it kind of recognizes the instruments and renames the tracks based on that. So it's good. It helps from a workflow point of view. Haven't really tested it yet, so we'll see how that will bring value. One thing, of course, that is huge improvement, and most of the digital audio workstations have it, but there are some, like the one that is my go-to, Ableton Live, that doesn't have it. And having Ara and Melodyne, this is the way. And for Ableton Live guys, you better get this into your digital audio workstations or else. But this is the way. So yeah, like the big point of this Ara is that if I would use Melodyne without Ara, I would wait. If I have a 2.5 minute long track with vocals all the way, I would need to record it. So I would need to wait 2.5 minutes to record everything before I can get into editing my vocals, like with Melodyne. So in that sense, and if I have backing vocals and things like that, I would need to rerun that like multiple times. Of course, you can do it in a one run, but anyway, it's very time consuming. Because here now, once you have the Ara, you can just go into the track and like I have here another vocal core. So if I go there and I say Melodyne, it will basically now also recognize that immediately and have it there. So this is pretty awesome. I can also basically lock it into Luna, so that it's not floating. I can have it as a floating windows or not. So this is actually, from a workflow point of view, huge time saver. And this is the way. Anyway, so that's one of the key features that I kind of feel that it's great that Luna has it. Then another thing that I was looking into is that hardware insert. And funnily, I was kind of thinking, because it should be a plugin, I can't find it in plugins unless I actually go here, click this one, when I have a bit different type of a view into it. And now I have the hardware insert here. And now I can add it into my channel. And now I can select that, in this channel, please send it to external effect, which is my MBE 100 kind of reverb delay thingy. Is okay. Give some nice ambience into sound. So now I have the hardware insert here. And okay, the next thing, if you usually use hardware inserts in your DAW, is that you can copy this insert to other tracks where you want to use it. So I was kind of thinking that, okay, let's copy this from here to here to here, but they turn to red. What the Universal Audio? In any other DAW where you have a hardware insert, you can have that same insert in multiple tracks. Because most likely you would like to send few tracks into that insert and then come back and color your sound. But no, not here. You can't. It turns to red, and it basically is, in my understanding, giving me a signal that it will not work. So this is something actually to look at, but you know, I was kind of happy in order to get the hardware insert, but again, like now I can only use it in one channel, so I would need to basically, so it's kind of like if I would have a track, so I could live without hardware insert, to be honest, because if I remove these, no, I removed the wrong one, but it doesn't really matter. If I remove this and I create a let's just create an audio track. Let's create a new track. Let's create a new track, an audio track, and I don't want any of there, but I want it to be stereo, and then I create and I'll give a name, FX. So now I have an external effect track that basically I can now say that, you know, this brings in the effect FX. So from my effect it's coming in, so I can now have this as an input from my effects, and then I can go into any other send, and if I want to send it to external, I can send it to external. If I want this to send external, I can send it to external. If I want this to send external, I can send it to external. So now all these 3 tracks I can send to external and get all of them to have the same effect. It's not the same as insert here, but in others that I tested, like Studio One, Ableton and others, you can actually copy the hardware insert, and even in Pro Tools and whatnot, you can copy the hardware insert into multiple channels where you want to use it. So it of course goes through the same signal path and so on and so forth. So all the channels that you are sending there are messing the signal with others, but do I care if I want to do that? Yeah, I can do that. But here now you cannot have this inserted in any other than one track, and that's kind of meh. No, yeah, but those were the 2 main things that 2.0 introduced. Was the Melodyne, which is actually pretty good, although I have had bit challenges of stability. So it has I had a crash. Might be that there's still some bugs in it, but anyway. And then the second one was this hardware insert. And then there are all these nice bells and whistles that you get when you like plugins and insert. If you don't have them, you get them. But other than that, well, alrighty. So that was look into Universal Audio Luna 2.0, and it has grown a lot, and it's a really good option for free digital audio workstation if you want to use it. and it works in Mac and Windows nowadays. But the 2.0 brought interesting updates, at least 2. Those were interest of mine: ARA support and then of course the hardware inserts. I mainly work in Ableton Live, but I do sometimes for mixing and mastering in Luna to get the coloring of Neve summing and things like that. So if I want to have that type of a sound, I can kind of color it a bit with Luna and get a bit different end result. So hopefully you liked the video and it gave you an idea, okay, what's in Luna 2.0. I think I highlighted the 2 main things, but then also you got a lot of plugins if you subscribe for Luna Pro, or if you bought the Luna Pro, so you got some extra goodies through that, as I did. I didn't have all, but I subscribed it because the hardware insert was within the Luna Pro bundle. So if you don't have the Luna Pro bundle, you don't get hardware insert. So that's why I needed to kind of open my purse a bit and pay few bucks in order to get that. Anyway, hopefully you liked the videos and liked the video as well. And remember to subscribe for my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye now.